Okay, today's video, we're going to do base 10.
Base 2.
Base 10 to base 2 conversion. And base 2 to base 10, vice versa. We're going to throw our names on here like we always do. I am Spartacus. Spartacus. Explanation point. And if you don't spell it with that, then it's wrong.
And
what's your name? I don't remember.
And my name is Lincoln.
Lincoln. That's original. Okay, Lincoln. We're gonna move this stuff out of the way. Oh, dang it. Alright, just pretend that's gone. Okay, so we're gonna do base 2 to base 10 first.
So,
base 2, another word for that, that sounds fancy.
Is binary.
Binary.
It's base 2.
Go ahead and write that down.
So we're gonna have, hold on, yeah, binary. Binary numbers. It's a number system. It's only
base 2.
Base
yep.
2. It's base 2. So,
and what that means is like the only numbers you'll use is 1 and 0.
Yeah, 1 and 0 because only 2 different digits.
Yep.
1 and 0.
1, 0.
Like base 3 we use 0, 1, and 2, etc. You know. And base 10 use 0 through 9.
Yep.
So for base 2 we got our number here 1 0 1 1 0 1 1.
And normally what people do is they'll put like a 2 right here just to show that's base 2, even though it obviously is.
Yeah, even though clearly it'd be a pretty weird base 10 number to have. You know, it's like okay, so to convert this to base 10, first we're gonna say, well, let's put our place values in. We got a place value of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. Now, we know this because every time it goes over place values, it doubles each time for how much is in each one.
Which makes sense. And this is actually really simple stuff, guys. We're just going to make this a little more simpler. We're going to write these in here. And we're going to write the numbers here. So if there's a 1 right here, and that's the place value of 1, so that means this is 1.
Mm-hmm.
We scoot over to this next one that is also a 1, but it's in the place value of 2.
So it's worth 2.
So that is worth 2. So far we have 2 plus 1, because you have to add all these together. And then we look here, we got a 0 and the place value of 4, so that means it's nothing.
So there's no 4s.
So that's like plus 0.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Yeah. I am so terrible. Plus.
Stylus isn't bad. just give it the stylus.
I'm done with the stylus, guys.
Alright.
We move over to the 8. And there's a 1. Oh, that's a terrible arrow. Move over to the 8. It's in the 1 place, so that means it's plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then so on. You can carry on. You're Lincoln.
Alright. So we got 16. Then we don't add anything. 32 place because there's a 0 here. That's right there.
Yep.
0. And then we add 64. Because there's a 1 in the 64 place.
For you math whizzes out here,
we're going to add all this up.
You're going to add all this up.
So what I do is make it easier. Well, we got 16 and 64. And these are pretty easy to add up because, well, the 4 and the 6 in the 1's place for these are pretty easy. It makes 10. So we got
80.
So we got 80 right there. And here we got 11 right here. So we add those together and we got
91.
91. So we add those together. We got 91 total. So this binary number up here is the same thing as 91.
Yep.
In base 10.
So basically, this 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 and 9 1 are the exact same thing. Only because this is in base 2 and this is base 10. Same thing, just different ways of writing it.
Yes, exactly. Now
the next thing we could do is convert base 10 to
base 2
to binary. Yeah.
So now let's start with an easy one. Let's start with the number. Start with 12. It's a pretty easy number, you know.
I like 12.
You know. So first we're gonna need. Let's put our place values in again. Like 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. We're not gonna need 16 this time because 16
is bigger than
12.
Bigger than 12.
So we know that's gonna be a 0.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 1 8.
Yep.
1 4, and that already equals 12. So
yep.
Put
So that's 0 0.
So we have 1 1 0 0 is 12.
Yep. If there's a 0 in the front, like that's kind of it's redundant.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know what that means, it's like not needed.
Yeah.
If there's a 0 there, it just means nothing.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Just go up to the first 1.
Yeah, just like cut off all the zeros and just say the first one is 1 1 0 0.
1 1 0 0. That's 12 in base 2.
Yep.
Simple.
Simple, safe, and effective.
Just a note to add on if y'all don't know what binary means, it's like, here, let me show you. 1 is on, 0 is off.
This is for computers.
Yeah, this is how computers work. They work with binary coding, which is 1 and 0. You know, if there's a 1, that means something is on. If there's a 0, that means something is off.
Now, for example, you guys might not know about this, but there is a thing out there called ASCII.
ASCII.
You should Google it. It's the way computers recognize like numbers and characters and things.
And letters.
For example, if we put our place values in here again.
64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1.
And the number is 32. That codes for, in computers, it codes for a space.
Boom.
For example, if you tell a computer this number, which is only 32, by the way, because it runs 8 bits, that's why I have the 64, which has 0, which is, remember, is redundant, but in computer languages, you need that for all 8 bits.
Yep.
But that codes for the space.
So, like, if you're coding a computer, you would need all of these digits.
Yes, you would need all of them.
Just so it understands space.
Just so it understands what you're talking about.
If you're going to do converting with any number that's, like, over 9, then you start going into letters. So if, like, you want to convert something that's 10, 10 is A. And then 11's B. And then, you know, C, D. It just goes on like that.
Eventually, until you start reaching, like, AA, etc.
Which is, like,
crazy
29
high,
or something.
which is a crazy high base. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Nobody works that high, really.
Crazy high base. Like, they're mainly computers programming works with bases 2, 8,
16.
10, and 16.
Yeah, 10 and 16.
Are the primary numbers.
Which is like
hexadecimal.
Decadecimal.
This is decimal.
Decimal.
This is hexadecimal. This is hex, and this is binary.
Boom.
Are all the names for these?
Yep.
Ones we use in computer programming.
Truly, it's not that difficult, guys. Yeah. And in future videos, we're just going to be doing stuff like that's basically like an intro. In future videos, we're going to be doing stuff like programming Python. If you don't know what Python is, that's a programming language that we're currently working on in our class.
Yeah.
We might do some basic programming.
Microsoft Basic. So
Microsoft Basic, that's like simple programming and stuff.
Very.
Honestly, I think Python's easier.
Yeah.
But Basic that's pretty good stuff.
Basic is easier to see what's going on, but Python is easier to code, in my opinion. Like, you can look at Basic and understand it more, but Python, once you understand Python, it works. Just like
coding in Python is
works just great.
Yeah,
it is just awesome.
It's fantastico.
It's fantastic.
As they say in Spanish.
Fantastic, but a good way to start is just like simple, old Basic. Just start it up and just get going.
Yep.
Once you get it going on Basic, once you get your hands on it, be like, let's go to Python and start going to work on that.
Mm-hmm. In the future, we may even do. I know we did this last year for computer programming. We started making games on the computer. We used like Game Salad. Go check this out, guys. Go to Google, search Game Salad. These guys, you can make these games, and it's not a hard software to use.
On the App Store.
Yeah, if you make apps,
it's on the App Store.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've ever seen an app
I don't
for
know.
it. There's
but
definitely,
I know it's on Mac. You can get it for Mac computers.
Windows as well. I do have it
Macs?
for Windows 7.
I don't know. Maybe not the App Store. That's unconfirmed.
Yeah,
I was just assuming.
App Store is unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed.
They do have apps where you can make games. I've heard of Game Press.
Yeah, I have that on my iPad, and it's not actually.
It's not that great.
It's not very good. I used it, and I was like, dude, this isn't even like real programming to me. Like,
all right, we'll continue with another video some other time. It's time to go to the next class. Goodbye.